Fiber Art friends. This is Heather here with Handmade Knits. And full disclosure, I also crochet. Anyways, we are going to look at some of the sweaters and cardigans that I made this year. And we're going to talk about a pattern that I have on Ravelry. And if you don't start this pattern now, you won't be done with it when you want to wear it. So let's go ahead and go over some of the things I don't like that I made this year that I'm going to unravel. But I wanted to show them to you just so you can see. Actually, I probably won't unravel it. I just don't think I'll wear it a whole lot. Anyways, I just made this over the fall, and I just got tired of it, so I stopped and just made it short, like cat sleeves. And it's super soft. I love this yarn. It is a mixture. I used two different types of merino wool in this. I used a very deep black merino wool that was a very, very, very soft yarn, and then I used the collar is like this bright colored one, but this was super simple to knit, and it's kind of trendy and a little cute. So this is what it would look like. It's kind of capped, so I've worn it maybe once or twice to school. I just didn't wear it a lot, and in South Carolina it gets so hot. Some people are like, why do you knit? We don't wear winter clothes here, but it does get cold. It does. We got a good snow this year. And our classrooms are freezing. I'm a school teacher and in the state of South Carolina. And so anyways, I like knitting sweaters. So occasionally I'll knit up a sweater, and this one I thought would be perfect because the sleeves are short. So anyway, and it's super warm too. But anyways, the yarn that I used for this, I used a yarn bee from Hobby Lobby, and then I used the black yarn was from a local yarn shop in, well, not a local to me, I guess, but like a private owned one in Blowing Rock. I had gotten some beautiful yarn there. And like I said, this is why I might unravel it. When I first made this, I was told, I just was playing around with fibers, and I feel like I might have wasted my nice yarn. Not that the merino wool from Hobby Lobby isn't nice. It's just that I used some yarn that I spent a lot of money on this, and I added in the merino wool into it, like to add the colors to it. And after looking at it, I just don't know if I like the colors, but I do like the way the sweater is, because of the sleeves are really nice and they're kind of puffy a little bit. And so I kind of like that. And I can wear my like tight jeans with it at school when we have jean day. Anyways, that is one of my first sweaters that I made with like cap sleeves. So the other sweater that I'm going to show you, I made with, and I do have the yarn that I made it from, but not the same color. So the color I think was forest, but this one is baby alpaca, fine mulberry or merino wool, and then mulberry silk. This is a very nice yarn. It feels great to knit with. A couple of mistakes that I made. I doubled it up, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just went with the size of it. But like being new to knitting, I just went with the double of it. But this is a Simply Natural, beautiful yarn. Okay. Originally I got it for $27.75, but Unbound is a yarn shop in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Beautiful town. Okay. Beautiful yarn shop. The ladies are super sweet. And they gave me a great deal on it. I just came in on a good day, I guess. And the yarn was 50% off. So I kind of bought it up, but this was like a year ago. So this was the sweater that I made with that yarn. But like I said, I think this was called Forest. Beautiful turtleneck sweater. I got the design from, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. I bought a pattern from one of my favorite videos. I can't remember her name now. I'm going to have to look this up because it's going to bug me because I love her. Hold on one second. Okay, I am so sorry, Bethany from Well Love Knits. I bought the pattern from her, And I just love her videos. She just is I don't know. I like the knitting projects she does. They're pretty simple to follow. And I also really like the chunky sweaters, even though like in South Carolina, we only have like 2 months you can wear them. So anyways, I made this one out of that Simply Natural wool blend. And I love the way the ribbing, I made it taller so it's like a turtleneck. But I like the way the ribbing kind of follows down under the armpit as you like decrease. That's how she did it in her tutorial. And then it's kind of a little bit cropped. And I wear this all the time and it's just super warm and I love the color. The color is like a nice hunter kind of green and it has this like almost like a yellow throughout. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. And I just really enjoyed knitting with it. And I wanted a pattern that was simple and just would be the main thing would be the yarn that you would notice. So I wanted a simple pattern and she does some beautiful, just like simple sweater patterns. Anyway, so Bethany, I love you. Please continue to do tutorials and I will continue to buy the patterns. Okay, so the other one that I'm going to show you is a pattern that I saw designs online and then I just kind of went with it after I got kind of used to knitting sweaters. So the yarn that I use for my next one is from Hobby Lobby and I love this yarn and it's the Must Be Merino and it's Aran and Lilac Smoke is the color. And the only reason I have this is because they had a clearance sale and I just bought them all because I love the way the Must Be Merino feels so soft. And so I still have maybe one or two of these left, but it is like a lavender kind of color. It's beautiful. The information is 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic, 25% nylon, and the washing instructions are you better not put it in the washer or the dryer. Okay. And let's see, size 9 millimeters or size 9 US. So that is the information on it. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So this is a size 9 and that's for US. And so I'm going to put it back up there again. And I feel like this is a well-known brand at Hobby Lobby, if you have a Hobby Lobby in your area. But it is a merino wool. What I did notice, though, as I was knitting with it, and maybe it would be better to crochet with, but as I was knitting, for some reason, and I knit continental, so maybe that's another thing, but it would unravel just a little bit as I knit. And you can see it's like... it's not as tightly spun together, but either way, the sweater turned out really nice. That was one thing I didn't really care for, that it came unraveled a little bit. Okay, so here is my sweater, and it has the yoke is it starts out with a ribbing, and then it goes into this like leaf pattern, and then the bottom also continues with the leaf pattern, and then I have some ribbing on the sleeves. And this was just super fun to knit with. I did knit it in the round. And so the entire construction of the main part of the sweater is in the round and it's all the way down is how, I did it top down construction. And then I knit the sleeves at the same time with the magic loop method. And I believe Shandy, I will link it below, but Shandy does a great tutorial on magic loop with when you're knitting 2 sleeves or you're knitting 2 socks. I love her tutorials. I feel like her knitting helped me. She explained it really well, and then the videos were nice and clear. So I love watching Shandy and her videos showing you how to do how to construct things. Now, I did also buy one of her patterns too, and it was a sweater pattern. And if I remember correctly, I believe it is top down as well. And that's how I've started knitting sweaters, is through her first tutorial video. And it was like a knit along, which was really great. And I loved that as a new knitter. So anyways, her sweater pattern is kind of what inspired me to do this one. And the leaf pattern, I like all things fall. So leaves, any type of like colors that go with fall. I like that kind of style. But this is what inspired me to do the leaf pattern, is just because I love fall. All right, so this is one, I wear this one a lot. It is super warm too. Okay, and now I have created a pattern for this online. You can find it on my Etsy shop. I've got some tutorial videos linked in there, kind of like a knit along. So what I would suggest is maybe make a miniature version like what I did, so you can understand the construction of it. But it's basically you're just knitting and purling across. So you're creating, it's just a bunch of knitting. So anyways, I'll tell you about this cardigan that I created, and I wear this thing all the time. I love it because it's easy to throw on. Okay, so here is the cardigan that I made. And I did knit it with panels, but you can, in the tutorial, I show you, and the reason why I did the panels is just easier to kind of carry it with me as I go, because it is so big. Let me actually put it on to show you. So this is, and it is summertime here, so it's kind of warm outside, but so this is the Team Spirit and cardigan, and the naming is because it's like an old school, like, I don't know, 1950s kind of like sweater you would wear. It has like the lines for the school colors, and I kind of got inspired by the school that I work at. So that's why I call it it's called the Team Spirit cardigan. All right, and it is created with mostly, I love this wool. So there's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like there's some marbling, I guess, with like light, like almost like off-white and then brown. So I love this wool. And then I used, for the colors, I really liked using Woolies. I wish the Woolies, like they came out with this new brand, or this new kind, I think last year or 2 years ago, with it's a little bit thinner than the Woolies, like Thick and Quick. I use the Thick and Quick all the time, just creating hats for friends at work. But this right here works really well with garments. I made my husband a sweater for Christmas too out of it. The only thing is it doesn't feel great on your hands. Yeah. And I don't know, I use it a lot just because of the color options. But this is the Team Spirit, and there is a link down below if you want to purchase the pattern on Etsy. You can always contact me too if you have questions. It's one of the first patterns I wrote and have written. And, the only reason I wrote it, I was posting my picture of the cardigan online in my Facebook group, and I had over 1,000 likes for that cardigan, and everyone was asking me for the pattern. But the pattern is super simple. I didn't really have to, you just knit, basically. You just knit and purl, like you're just in the round, and then you break it off. If you understand a sweater's construction, it's just an open part of the sweater. And you can even knit in the round and steep in the center if you want to. I did not want to try that though with this sweater because it's a lot of knitting. Okay, so that being said, here is the other one that's on my needles, and I'm making this one to go along with my school colors, which are green and white. We're the Gators. So anyways, this is the cardigan that I'm making right now. I'm not sure who I'm going to gift it to yet. So, but this one's another one that I am almost done with. I'm finishing up the sleeves. But once again, it's just, you've got ribbing. I did use the seed stitch on the border around the edges of it. And I like the seed stitch because it makes the yarn lay flat. And I just like that. Anyways, so that is all of the cardigans and sweaters I wanted to show you today. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, please like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, like I said, you can email me or you can message me. All right, bye. Bye, my fiber friends.